In this video, I'm gonna be breaking down exactly how I generated over $100,000 in the last 30 days with Shopify dropshipping. I'm gonna be going over everything in this case study and sharing with you all the secrets that I used to get to this point, including exactly how much profit I'm taking home after receiving the $100,000 over the last 30 days. So stick around to the end of this video to make sure you don't miss out on anything. But I wanna take a deeper dive with you into some of the more important stuff behind the numbers. Too many beginner brand builders spend way too much time fixating on the revenue and the ROAS numbers rather than all of the other very important analytics. But first, you need to understand that choosing the correct niche is one of the most important things that's going to determine the success of your brand. I like to operate in niches that are relatively broad, but still allow me to hyper target specific customers depending on the ads that I'm actually creating. The more marketing angles that you can think of, the more chances that you have to appeal to a different group of consumers and thus become very profitable early on. For this brand, I chose one of my favorite niches to operate in, which is the household and home decor space. The reasons why I like this niche is, number one, pretty much anyone can purchase it. Almost everybody has a roof over their head and a space that they call home, and therefore these type of products are evergreen, they sell year round, and they have mass market appeal. Number two is that it's very simple and easy to make effective creatives that demonstrate the product in use and exactly how this product will improve somebody's life or improve the aesthetic of their home. And number three is that in Q4 and around Christmas time, so many people are looking at buying products to improve their home. I mean, first of all, we're in the middle of winter, so not that many people in North America are going out. Rather, they're spending a lot of time enjoying the holidays with their family, friends, potentially even hosting guests over. So of course, it makes sense that around this time, products in this niche go crazy. And on top of that, lots of people are buying these types of products as gifts over the holiday season for events like Christmas. Now, not too many people will tell you this truth, but this one thing has single-handedly been the biggest key to my success over the past 4 years with e-commerce. And that is that you simply should not be wasting more than an hour of your time on setting up your storefront. People always spend way too much time building out the perfect store, hand selecting all of these banners and product images when honestly, it does not matter. You do not have a brand when you are starting out. Rather, you're taking a hot selling product and seeing how quickly and effectively you can sell it. Later down the line, when you start to acquire more customers, you actually have customer assets like emails and SMS lists to follow up with. That is when you can start optimizing every last thing on your website. In the beginning, all you're trying to do is get that product market fit, that proof of concept to know that you can actually become profitable with this product before you start investing any more of your time, energy, or potentially even money into things like your store. And of course, it is good to invest, to learn, to get better, to focus on the little details. But the problem here lies in the fact that when you spend 12 hours or potentially even 1 week, 2 weeks building out the perfect store and then your product doesn't sell, chances are you're gonna blame dropshipping, you're gonna blame the business model, you're gonna get extremely discouraged and you're just gonna quit. One-page landers, funnels, and the most simple and basic of websites that are set up in minutes will actually outperform those websites that you take hours and hours to create as well. This is because early on, your customer is gonna be overwhelmed. Look, if they were in a buying state of mind, a buying frame of mind, they would go to Amazon, Walmart, or another brand that they trust. But when you're a new dropshipping brand, you're trying to get people on impulse with a social media ad on TikTok or Facebook. Now, the problem with this is that these people who are landing on your website, they don't trust you yet. So your whole goal and objective should be to speed them through your funnel as quickly as possible so that you can retain them as a customer. And like I said, the most simple of websites will always do a better job at this in the beginning than you wasting all of your time and putting all this unnecessary crap like urgency tactics, pop-ups, spin the wheel timers, and so on and so forth. That is only going to overwhelm a new customer in the beginning. In fact, nowadays I have my AI store builder build me sites in literally less than 10 minutes to test products on. This is how we're able to test so many products in a matter of days to get to products like this one that make us over $100,000 in a single month on a website that we spent less than 10 minutes creating. Now, lucky for you, you guys can also use my AI store builder because as of now, it's completely free and it'll be linked down below in the description along with my 100% free course. All right, now after I found a niche to sell in, I got my website together in less than 10 minutes. I needed to find the perfect product that I knew would sell right away. Now, I'm not gonna be revealing the product just yet because I am still running the store, which you'll see in a second when I pull up the Facebook Ads Manager. But if this video gets to 5,000 likes, I'll make another video breaking down the entire storefront, the exact product that I picked, and so much more behind the scenes. All right, now when it comes to the ad strategy, my ad strategy always remains dead simple. I give the most control possible to Facebook because in 2024, they are simply a lot smarter than me. Their algorithm has so much more data and they're gonna be able to find my customers a lot faster than I can. But I do give a little bit of guidance depending on the product, depending on the market. So for example, with this test, I launched launched a CBO with 5 different ad sets, and I just tested a bunch of different interests. And my starting budget for the campaign was simply $100. Once that campaign started to do well, I decided to scale the budget vertically, which means I increased it from 100 to 200 to 300 and so on and so forth. My strategy for new creatives was cycling in 3 new creatives every 2 days, leaving all of the existing creatives inside of the ad sets live while adding these new creatives on top. This is because I don't have to manually turn any of the existing ads off. Like I said, Facebook in a CBO campaign is gonna know exactly where to allocate the budget, so you can go ahead and leave all of your creatives on as you're constantly cycling in new creatives. So as you can see, I have the ads manager pulled up right now. I've blurred out some of the names just because it might give away the product a little bit, but as you can see, all of these campaigns are currently active. Like I said, I'm running this product up and we're scaling it extremely aggressively at the moment. But as you can see, I have the dates in from November 1st to December 2nd. So during this time period, we spent a total of $39,000 USD on ads, and roughly the cost per purchase across most of the campaigns was around $14 to $15. Obviously a couple dollars more on some of these lower ones. But as you guys can see, we're now doing bid caps for the campaigns. So we have switched to a little bit more of an advanced strategy as the brand started to scale. Not necessarily because we had to, we were still extremely profitable in the existing campaigns that we launched. But my team and I always like to test new things, especially when we are scaling up aggressively like this. Basically, our target CPA is set at a level to achieve a 30% net margin, and our bid cap is set at 2x our target CPA. But like I said, this stuff is a little bit more advanced and honestly not very necessary when starting out or trying to get to your first $100,000 in sales. In the beginning, we instantly started out with that one CBO optimized for the objective of highest volume, and we simply cycled in creatives every single 2 to 3 days. So we work with a lot of UGC creators. We also sometimes hands-on create video ads ourselves of the product when we order it into our homes. And then we also work with influencers to create ads constantly for the product as well. But in the beginning, I highly recommend you guys order the product into yourself and learn the skill of creating video ads. Get extremely creative and crafty with all of your different marketing angles and approaches to filming content they're gonna use as ads. Now, for the moment you've probably been waiting for, how much profit out of this $100,000 have I actually taken home over the last 30 days? And you'll actually be surprised at how healthy my profit margins actually are on this business. Ideally, when you're running an e-commerce brand, a solid benchmark to aim for is 20% profit. This allows you to actually take a sizable amount of the revenue home, but also have enough left over to start thinking about taking big risks in terms of investments, scaling, and moving into all kinds of different directions with your brand. While of course having cash on hand to deal with any issues that come up or for blitz scaling in times like Q4 or Black Friday. Now, if you're struggling with low profit margins, I have a couple very key things that you can implement right away. The first is setting up your email and SMS marketing, but do not do this until you at least have 100 customers. Otherwise, like I talked about before, it's simply a waste of time. And if that product doesn't pan out, if your brand doesn't pan out, you're gonna be discouraged after spending all of this time creating all these amazing welcome series, abandoned cart flows, and so on and so forth. But that being said, when you are at that point where you've validated the product a bit, you have that proof of concept, email and SMS marketing with an application like Klaviyo is going to bring you in so much additional revenue on every single customer that comes through. Now you can also set up bundles, cross-sells, and post-purchase upsells. One of the best Shopify apps to do this is Vitals, not sponsored by the way, and you also have Reconvert. So Reconvert has amazing post-purchase funnels, sequences, and flows that you can set up to ensure that you're maximizing the average order value of each customer. And the cool thing about Reconvert, again, not sponsored at all, but the cool thing is after you've already collected the revenue, you've locked in that customer, you can squeeze out as much dollars as possible by continuing to offer them better and better deals at discounted rates. It's not like an urgency tactic or scarcity tactic where you're overwhelming the customer with all of these pop-ups before they've even went through the checkout process. Okay, but now it's actually time to show you guys the profit. Okay, so as you guys can see, I've pulled up the Triple Whale dashboard. Triple Whale is an analytics tracking tool that gives you enhanced insights and tracking features. Very, very useful, and I've used them plenty of times on different stores. Again, not sponsored, but just another application that I am using. As you guys can see, the date range here is from November 1st to December 2nd, and my net margin was 27%, which leaves me with a profit of $27,542 during this time period. As you can see, we've spent $41,000 on the Facebook ad campaigns, and if we go over to Facebook, $39,774, that's right. We were testing a little bit on TikTok, and you'll be able to see that inside of Triple Whale as well. NCPA is new cost per customer acquisition. So as you can see, we're paying about $18 per acquisition. And down here on the $102,000 in sales, we also spent a total of $30,879 on fulfilling the product and shipping it, of course, leaving us with a ROAS ROAS or return on ad spend of 2.5. And as you can see down here, we have the Facebook and the TikTok connected. TikTok, we only spent 1,600 and then realized that our ROAS was 1.11. Couldn't really get anything too profitable off the bat and decided to further invest and focus on our Facebook ad campaigns, which we've had a total of 2,000 orders coming from Facebook already. Now you will see 15,000 coming from organic and social. Those are essentially people who have been hit by a Facebook ad and have came back, or they've been retargeted by an email or something like that. But either way, you can essentially attribute all this $15,000 into the Facebook ads that we were running as well. And on the Shopify dashboard as well, I'm just gonna hit it with a refresh so you guys can see that during that time period, it checks out and we received $102,000, $668 in revenue, 44,000 store sessions. We had a 4.71% conversion rate during this time period, which is absolutely fantastic. Of course, it's a great time period. We're in the middle of Q4 and scaling up aggressively. As you can see, we started this off on November 1st, and then every single day it was just steadily scaling up. All the way up to in the past couple days, we've hit almost $10,000 USD in sales. And I'm excited to show you guys what's happening right now with the brand because it's currently December 18th as I'm filming this, but I've had to cut that off because this is a 30-day case study. But let's just say we have some exciting stuff going on with this right now. And again, if you guys get this video to 5,000 likes, I'll reveal everything, including the product. Now that wraps up just about everything that went into the success of this brand. It may take you 1, 4, or even 10 stores and products to find something that really hits, but when you do, the feeling is absolutely unmatched. So anytime you're thinking of quitting, just remember what staying consistent can do for you. If you want to check out AutoDS, which is what I use for fulfillment and product research, as well as the other free resources that I have, check all the links down below in the description. And don't forget to smash that like button because you guys know what will happen at 5,000 likes. And if you got some value out of this video, please leave me a comment and let me know what videos you guys want to see over the next few weeks. I'm going to be creating tons of new content for you. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in a few days. Peace.